Hey there, listeners. Welcome to Socially Inclined, where we believe marketing should be simple, effective, and most importantly, affordable. In this episode, we'll be sharing expert tips and strategies to help you increase your visibility, engage more of your audience, and reach more clients than ever before. So if you're ready to take your online presence to the next level, keep listening because you're about to get socially inclined.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing Class. I'm Jess.
And I'm Julie.
And together we're socially inclined. Today, we're not really doing a screen share. We're doing a conversation, teaching you some of our favorite shortcuts and templates that save us a ton of time. And we want to make sure that you are saving time with them as well. It is no secret that we are the shortcut and template queens because we are a two-person business with a few VAs hired here and there to help us when we need something big pulled together. But these are really going to help you save hours in your business and just create the kind of efficiency that you need to be successful when there is so much to do and there's so much on the small business owner's shoulders these days.
Exactly. Wow. I swear it's harder. I'm old school business that has embraced, all the things. But, before it just seemed like it was so much easier. There was like less to handle. But now there's everything from social media to email marketing to newsletters to, all the things you have to do in your business. So in an effort to do more with less, we embrace shortcuts and templates as much as possible and systems in our business as much as possible. So
I feel like that's really true too, because I am not an old school business owner. I started, I guess, in 16. So I've been around a minute, but I certainly do have envy for that seeming time period of business ownership where it was like, okay, we're just going to put up a website and maybe run a few radio ads or, maybe a local commercial or things like that. But now I guess you have trade-offs, right? Because now the playing field, if you will, is leveled. Even the smallest solopreneur business has a chance to, get seen on social media and things like that. But with that comes a lot to do in terms of being everywhere on social media, all the content you have to create, all of the cutting edge things that you might be wanting to try, like a podcast or a broadcast channel or things like that. It just can get so overwhelming, and it can feel like your to-do list is endless. So these shortcuts and templates are certainly going to help you juggle these countless responsibilities and help you find ways to work smarter and harder so that you can see the growth and success that you deserve in your business.
Yep. So hustle mentality. We've all had it. So the first one.
First one.
Yeah, I was going to say the first one is going to help somewhat with that hustle mentality because you're going to be, you basically now have a built-in assistant, right, for your business if you can leverage AI. So we've done a lot of training in the past on ChatGPT specifically. There are other AIs out there, Bard, Claude, that are they're amazing, but ChatGPT is still the leader. They have really upped their game. They've been working on it since 2015, but the amount since they have released to now has really revolutionized how people do business every day, right? So some of the things that you can do. Well, first, before we do that, I want to talk about the fact of ChatGPT free is phenomenal. You do not have to.
That's all I use. I don't do the paid version, even though I could through the business. I found that my free ChatGPT is the perfect assistant for me, and it helps me do all of the things that we're about to talk about. And you need to be using it too, because again, it's free. So why would you start from a blank email? Why would you start from a blank social media post when you can start from something that AI wrote very smartly?
Exactly. The thing with with all of the AI is that it has to get to know you. So it's either I see so many posts about like I get garbage from it. Well, yes, if you've got to put in what you want to get out. So you have to. It's still a machine. You have to feed it with what, so it will know about you, your brand, your voice, all the things about your brand, what you sell, who you sell to, and the tone that it should come out. If you can prime it with that information, gold will flow from it, and it will save hours and hours and hours and hours. You can do things from writing social media posts to emails to blogs, everything under the sun. It can summarize things for you. Now with the pro version, it will even create images for you. It's really, really amazing. So
and if you're sitting there saying, well, Julie, Jess, why aren't you showing me how to do that? It's because we have 5 other points we have to get through. And we've actually done a lot of demos on how to use ChatGPT, how to prime ChatGPT, how to get it to analyze some things on the front end so that you don't get garbage out. So if you haven't seen that, if you haven't been in our circle long enough to hear about our ChatGPT training, make sure that you head over to Socially Inclined and in the search bar, put ChatGPT, and you will see ChatGPT 101 for marketing right there, so that you can learn how to do all of that and you can see it. I think it's like $17. It's super, super affordable. It's probably the most valuable $17 you will ever spend.
I think so too. And it's from a very practical standpoint is how we taught that. Just the practical things you can do, because there's tons of things that you can do with it. But these are things that we taught on that will immediately propel your business, like put you on the fast track.
Sure.
And then one shameless plug, I'm sorry. Well, 2 actually. We have prompts. We have a whole prompt package that will help you to get in the mindset of what you need to ask for. So you still have to prime it, but like the things that it can do. So over 25,000 of those, they're organized in a nice little Google sheet for you. All right. And then the last shameless plug is if you need a little bit more help with that, our Socially Suite software has all of that built in, all the prompts, all the things that you need to do, and it leads you right through. So there's a video somewhere on our site that'll show those things too. So, but AI, embracing AI, there's only going to be more and more. Don't be scared of it. Use it to shortcut. All right, moving along to number 2.
Exactly. All right, number 2. I like this one. It's very basic in nature, but it's kind of one of those fundamental things that you got to do this. You need to have some kind of digital notes or reminder systems, because again, there is so much on our shoulders as small business owners. We wear so many hats that there's just no doubt that something is going to get overlooked if you do not have something mechanical in place to remind you, even if your kid got sick, or even if your in-laws come into town that last minute, or you decide to take a trip to see family or friends that last minute. The holidays are coming up, so that's possible. But use digital notes and reminders so that you can stay on top of everything that you have to do. There's really nothing worse than realizing 4 or 5 days later, or seeing a client's post go out and you're like, oh my gosh, that was a repost and I was supposed to put fresh content in. There's nothing worse than that. So you need to have some.
I was going to say, one that's even worse than that is like, oh, that person doesn't work there anymore.
Oh, yikes.
And the post goes out and you got the email that said, hey, they don't work here anymore. Can you take that out of the rotation? Things like that.
Yeah.
You need the reminder.
So
I do have when we get finished, I have a couple of tricks for this. Sorry. I didn't think I would. Go.
Awesome. So when you have a place that's completely organized, it helps you keep everything streamlined. So here at Socially Inclined, we are a 2-person team. So we'll see things that we like, blog posts, ads, things that we want to, kind of replicate and implement in our business. And those slip through the cracks all the time. I can't tell you how many times Julie says to me, yeah, I sent it a couple days back. Well, we talk all the time. So that's 1,000 threads above, or 1,000 messages above. So having a digital notes place is really helpful in keeping all that organized. Same thing with hashtag blocks or CTAs. If you're consistently posting on social media, then you probably have said to yourself, ugh, I've written this before. I wish I could go copy and paste it. If you keep a little notes, and keep in mind, I keep this very simple. Digital notes on your iPhone or notes on your Android, that simple app. You don't have to go buy something or subscribe something, but something digital that will remind you no matter what is going on in your life. Because I'm a mompreneur. I have 2 little kids. Julie's got an older kid, and she's writing books and doing all kinds of things and going to the beach and riding on the boat and going to the farm. Like, life is crazy, and you want to be able to enjoy everything that life has to offer while not missing important deadlines.
Exactly. So, work-life balance, we talk about that a lot. And when you're trying, a lot of us are solopreneurs, and we take time off during the day when have a side hustle or even a full-time job, but we take time to do the things with our family. That's why you have your own business, right? But when you do that, if you don't have some type of system set up for this. So I was going to share just a couple things that would be a great way to do this. We use a system, Upbase, and it has like an email where you can email to the system and it will drop it in as a task for you to do. Okay. That's something that we've bought, but you can still replicate this for free. And I'm going to give you a way to do this. So you can also set up a free email account. So like on Gmail, set up a free one that is to do or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. But if an email comes in, or if, I'm sending something to Jessica and like, I need it like to stay on that list. If you have an email inbox that are only for the things that need to be done. So if the client sends in the thing and says, okay, that person doesn't work here anymore, can you take it off? I can just forward it right to that email. And the only thing that's in that box are the things that I need to do. Okay. We have lots of people that talk about zero inbox and like sorting the things. Well, I get 50,000 emails in like a month. It's crazy. So anyway, so that's a quick way. Trello is another way. Notes on your phone. Text yourself. Whatever has to happen. So anyway, all right.
We just use the ones built into iPhone.
Yeah, no, exactly. Hey Siri, can you add this to my calendar? And it doesn't have to be an event. Like it can be a task. It can be a reminder to, for you to do the thing. So same with Android. All right. The next
number 3.
The next is like so if you're not using email in your business, you need to be. Staring at a blank screen is the worst thing ever, right? So twofold, using the right email templates for your business. Okay, so there's 2 types of templates. There's templates that will help you say what you need to say to your customer instead of staring at a blank screen. Now, we talked about AI. AI can sort of bridge that, but we actually have put out a set of email templates that are all the things: a welcome series, a rejuvenation series, get them back on, get them back engaged. All like a flash sale, like all the things. So having the shortcut of having all of those things right there at your fingertips is a great way to think, because it's just hard to think, okay, I have a minute and I know I need to send an email, but I don't know, what am I going to do it on, right? The same thing for email templates is like you can go ahead and save time by setting up in your email program a template that you use over and over and over that's already got the blocks filled in, sort of in the setup that you need, and that will save you some time as well. So it's just really getting in the headspace of being able to sit down and do the work and not have to do the busy work part of it, but have part of it already started for you. Is there anything to add?
Love it. No, I think it's good. Email templates were one of the most revolutionary things for me, because I was writing them by hand, especially when I started way back when. Writing them by hand just took so long. And yes, obviously, I did a good job, still here, but it took the process from like an hour plus for a basic marketing email to down to 10 or 15 minutes. Like you're literally copying and pasting the template in, swapping out the fill in the blanks, the little prompts and things like that, and then you're good to go. You can also do this with ChatGPT. Did you mention that?
Yes, but I wanted to say like a bridge between that, like a little cheat that we do is that we use our templates. So if we were going to do a welcome,
yes, this is a
yes,
strategy we use now.
yes, we have a thread going that's all primed with everything. We also have in our notes section the information about our business. So if we have to start a new chat, we just feed in all the things, the products we sell, who we serve, all that stuff gets put in. And then the next prompt will say, use this email template, but write it for this with about this product. And it's smart enough to take all that information and create a shortcut for you and actually put that email, create that email for you. Granted, you have to, proof it and zhuzh it up some, but it's such a great place. It's a great way to have a starting point for
exactly. That. Man, I was just thinking about the labor of trying to teach somebody how to do that. It would take months to teach someone about our products in a way that you just copy and paste it into ChatGPT and it does it in seconds. Okay, moving on. Fangirling. Number 4, basic image design for your business. I was so, how do you say, like resistant to this. I remember when I first started, I was familiar with one program and Julie was working in Canva, and I don't know. I didn't really feel, I still thought that I wanted to hire a professional designer every time that I wanted something. And I just like, that was so expensive. And that is still so expensive. And I do think back in the day, when we opened this and we were talking about old school marketing, you either needed to be somewhat of a graphic designer or you needed to have someone on staff or someone that you could outsource it to quickly. Now it has become so simplified and so streamlined. I've worked in Canva for 6 years, thousands of designs. I have a lot under my belt. But what I've found is I can teach somebody how to design in Canva in just a few short minutes, especially when you do what I'm about to suggest, and that is to work from one of their tens of thousands of templates. So if you haven't done that before, make sure that when you open Canva, you click on templates and you search what you're trying to make. Black Friday is coming up. Go to Canva and in the search bar, type Black Friday sale, and it will return hundreds or thousands of templates that you can work from. So you find one you like and you just swap out the language, drag and drop your logo, one click, change the colors to something that you like. You can get more involved with it, especially if you have Canva Pro. You can, if the ribbons on your boxes are red, you can change them to purple like I did for our Black Friday sale. But all of that, you can also find one that's already in your colors. So super simple work. That's a Black Friday example. You can do the same thing. We've done it live before for creating a free PDF, for creating a 12 Days of Christmas series, for creating a checklist, for creating blog thumbnails, YouTube, anything that you need. And we've also designed reels and TikTok content in Canva. So it can be really fast and it is really effective for your business.
Exactly.
All right, Julie, number 5.
One last pro tip when it comes to, so we're not innately, I'm a designer, but not all business owners are, right? Like I would say that the most of you are not. So you need to start with a template. Their professional designers have created these templates. They know what the target market is looking for to see. And the worst, so here's the tip, is don't clutter it up. Don't put so much into it or think that you want to go off book and like really, do some wild things. So just stick with the templates because the pro has created those. So, and change it to your, make it look like you, but be careful. Not less is more when it comes to graphics that you're putting out. So.
Hey there, listeners. Are you tired of trying to juggle running your small business and managing your social media presence at the same time? We were too. So we created a solution that I want to tell you about right now. It's called Socially Sweet, and it's the answer to all of your social media management needs. With 3 daily posts, our team of experts will handle your social media presence so you can focus on what really matters, running your business. With affordable pricing that starts at just $99 a month, Socially Sweet is the perfect investment for any small business owner looking to boost their online presence and attract new customers without breaking the bank. So what are you waiting for? Head over to sociallysweet.com to learn more and get started today.
So, all right. Rolling into number 5. All right. This is my favorite.
It is Julie's favorite. It's kind of a stroke of brilliant luck that she got this one.
Exactly. Yes.
For those of you who are watching live, some of this, especially if you've been around for a while, Marcy Jate, I see a couple of you who have been here. You've heard this before, but we do have new people. We get messages all the time about people watching this on replay and listening to this on replay. You may not have heard about the power of social media automation.
It isn't. I mean, it's actually been around quite a long time. So think about, I don't know, I need to go back and look, but like Hootsuite has been around a really long time. We've had our own dashboard since 17, 18. I'd have to go back and look. We've been creating your social plan since 16. January of 16 was the first official that went out. The dashboard came into play, I'd say probably 18. And when we say dashboard, it's like a full marketing tool that will help you to save time by automating your social media marketing. So most tools out there, you create your content, you feed it into the tool, and it feeds it out there whenever it's supposed to, right? We've taken it a step further to help because do more with less is we create the content for you in Socially Sweet. Right. So that way you have content that it automatically gets scheduled. But no matter if you use Socially Sweet or any other dashboard, some of the things that it will do is save you tons of time. It will post to multiple platforms at one time. So you don't, it's pretty labor intensive to sit down to your phone and have to post to Facebook and then post a reel to Facebook. Post Instagram, post a reel to Instagram. Now, granted, there is some crossover that you can do, some fancy, sharing. But same, you've got LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok. Think of all of the places. So the social media automation will actually shortcut your time by 90%, honestly. So, and it helps batching. We haven't mentioned batching really in this. That's a shortcut into itself, is just to sit down and do a whole lot of something at one time, because you get better at it as you're in that mindset. So the social media automation is a natural batching type thing. You're going to work ahead and get more things at one time. So I would urge you, if you have never used an automation software, it can be life-changing. You have complete control with Socially Sweet. One of the biggest questions we get all the time is, can I add my own content? Well, certainly. We would love for you to. You're the face of your business. So, but I would urge you to try something. You just connect your networks to it. Create your content, add some hashtags, and post away.
The other thing I'd add is, if you haven't tried it in a while, to maybe try it again, because social media automation, much like graphic design and online graphic design softwares, has come a really long way in terms of accessibility and user friendliness. I was, like most things that I learned to do with Julie, pretty resistant to the idea of it for the longest time. But I have to admit that it's really come a long way. It's much less intimidating. It's much easier to learn, and it's got almost limitless functionality now.
For
And that's
sure.
really important because I just want to speak to like the business lifestyle is hard. You know, I have 2 little kids. My husband works full time and I work during nap times and then all day Friday when he's home. But missing a few days of consistent posting can be really costly for your business, especially in terms of engagement and reach. So something like social media automation. I mean, there's a reason even Meta is getting on board with their own scheduler and things like that. It's because kids get sick. You have to do something last minute. Something comes up. And this kind of automation allows you to make ends meet as a business owner when it comes to your work-life balance. So making sure that you're posting great, consistent content is a way for you to enjoy family time. It's a way for you to enjoy more of your life while still growing your business. So that's why social media.
Definitely. It's like having a salesperson on working for you when you're not working and when things are posting. And there's nothing worse than having a big old gap of a whole week because you got sick and nothing posted. Or you have a big promotion like Black Friday and you didn't go ahead and get it loaded into, you know, your automation software, and then something happened unforeseeable and then you missed the opportunity. So you can never get back a missed sale, right? So you've got to be there. You've got to be in front of them when they are. There's tons of other advantages. You can see when the best time to post is, so that way you are in front of them at the time. Number one was talking about AI. We have built in, it is amazing. You can do lead magnets, email marketing, blogging,
courses.
Crazy stuff that's in the AI writer that is unlocked for free right now. Not any additional price. All of the features are unlocked, not just social. So yeah. So ours is not just social media automation. I would say it's a social media tool, marketing tool to do all the things. It even has campaigns, and there's a huge update coming for campaigns, and I can't wait to share it. So anyway, but not a topic for today.
Exactly. All right. So last one, number 6, use a content calendar or some kind of template that is content calendar like, because that will help you keep your marketing efforts organized. Now, I don't want this to be confused with social media automation. We're kind of speaking more of social media automation as the tool and the ability to pre-schedule some things in case something comes up and you don't get to execute this incredible content that you've created but haven't posted yet. A content calendar helps make sure that you don't miss the mark when it comes to what's happening in a given month. So planning and scheduling your content is really important for creating consistency. It's also important for keeping you organized, and then helping you really capitalize on impactful content themes that might be happening in a given month. So that's a fancy way of saying, you know, in October, you know that it's spooky season and Halloween's coming up, but you might have missed an opportunity to drive more traffic to your website around something that's breast cancer awareness related. Maybe you were doing a 10% for Susan G. Komen, or maybe you have someone in your family that wrote a bit of their story on your blog and you didn't. Of course, if they wrote that, you would be very alert to the fact that it's breast cancer awareness. But you want to make sure that you don't miss out on other themes that are happening. And we've been doing this monthly planning session that I think is really helping a lot of people because it kind of hits on what a content calendar does. It gives you the opportunity to really create a cohesive strategy centered around, the seasonal themes and things that are really important to your business, but more importantly, important to your ideal client, so that you can have the biggest impact there. So the content calendar also will help you plan this content and kind of create, I want to say, like, not offshoots, but variants of it that are relevant for multiple platforms. So if you're really big on LinkedIn, but you also want to put content on Facebook, those two audiences are different. So you want to make sure that you plan accordingly, and a content calendar, a thought out plan, whether it's an actual content calendar or not, but thinking it through and kind of giving it some forethought is really going to help you be cohesive.
Right. We're all, because there are so many balls in the air at any given time, or plates on a stick that I always like to say, I spin plates. There's so many things going on that it puts us in a reactive state instead of a proactive state. Getting ahead of, like, all of these tips are things that are proactive in your business. The content calendar and thinking about ways, we're all in sales, whether you think it or not. Like, if you're not selling yourself and selling your business, like, you're not going to make money. And that's what we're all, we got to make ends meet. We got to do the thing. So, you've got to, what is it? Fail to plan. You plan to fail, right?
Exactly.
So this is our biggest takeaway of this, is all of these things are ways to get ahead of the game and really proactively market your business in a systematic way.
For sure.
And templates.
Marcy's, someone's calling me out. I did say 7 in the email.
We talked about that.
Yeah. So the 7th one, for those of you who've been following really closely and are going to hold my feet to the fire, the 7th one was going to be project management shortcuts and templates. And, if you need one of those, we truly don't rely on them quite as much, which is why it kind of got cut.
It kind of got rolled into the reminders. And I mentioned Upbase. We use that. We also have social media planners, like, or day planner type things on our website. So I would say it would be like the planning.
Yeah. So if you need a 7th one, some kind of project management tool. We use Upbase now. We used to use Nifty, and before that it was like Infusionsoft or something like that. But I do feel like that's kind of more of a bigger business type thing, because really, like, the notes and the reminders is what's going to help keep a solopreneur or a very small business on track. But thank you for being such a close reader and for holding me accountable. I do appreciate it.
You can use like Trello. So just thinking about the free things that are out there, Trello is a big one. Now we're coming into the first of the year where you've got all the digital planners. Like, people love day planners and things like that. So I would say that's really, something to, again, get to where you're being proactive and not reactive, would be the biggest bang for your time. Don't get hung up on shiny object syndrome and think you've got to have some project management system, like software. You still need a system. There's a difference in a system and a software. It doesn't have to be a software. It can be whatever works for you. It can be paper. We still have a ton of people that love paper planners. Like, we still get asked.
We sell them.
Yeah. But we still get asked about your social plan.
They want a planner for YSP, but it's not happening. It's gone for good. You want a planner, go grab a planner off the website and pencil in your YSP content. That's too much work. But, all right, everybody. Thank you so much. This has been 6.5.
That's a bonus.
6.5 business shortcuts that you should be using to better your ROI. Appreciate everybody who was here. And for those of you who catch us on the replay, if you have any requests for content topics that you'd like us to teach on, please just let us know. We love to hear from you.